What's up, Life Skills crew? Welcome back to the Anger Playbook series on the Life Skills Hub. Today, we're dropping episode 7, The True Cost of Anger. If you've been with us, you're already a pro at knowing what anger is, spotting your anger triggers, and how we express it. Give yourself a shout out for that. If you missed those, check them out in the playlist linked below. But today, we're getting real about what happens when you don't cool down. When you let anger take the wheel, it comes with a price, a big one. It's not just about consequences, it's about the cost. And trust me, that cost can hit you and everyone around you hard. Let's dive in and unpack why anger's stakes are higher than most emotions and what you're really risking when you let it run wild. This is the true cost of anger. Hey, Life Skills fam! Before we jump in, a quick heads up. Today's episode, The True Cost of Anger, gets real. We're diving deep into some heavy stuff, like how anger can shake up your life and the people you care about. It might hit close to home, so take it at your own pace. Grab a snack, maybe a notebook, and let's tackle this together. You got this. All right, let's break it down. Consequences versus cost. Every choice you make has consequences, good or bad. Anger's no different. Consequences are the ripple effects of your actions when you're angry. And for teens, those consequences can hit fast, like snapping at your friend and them ghosting you for the day, while others creep up slow, like losing their trust over months or even years. In our last episodes, we talked about how anger can show up physically, tight chest, racing heart, or mentally, like overthinking everything. Those are consequences, and they can be immediate or long-term. But cost is a whole different beast. Cost is what you're willing to pay when you let anger call the shots. And the price? It's steep. Think of it like a balance scale. On one side, you've got the true costs of anger. We're talking about stuff like hurting your family, losing friends, hurting relationships, messing up your health, missing out on big opportunities, or even hurting your reputation at school or work. On the other side, the ego wins, that quick rush of being right, feeling like you won an argument, or just letting it all out in the moment. It's risking things that are worth way more than that quick moment of I'm right, or I showed them. Anger's a normal emotion, don't get it twisted. It's okay to feel it. But unlike sadness or excitement, anger has higher stakes. When it's unchecked, it can wreck the things that matter most. Picture this. You're in the school hallway, scrolling on your phone, and some kid bumps into you hard. Your stuff's all over the floor, and they don't even say sorry. You're pissed. You want to yell, shove them back, or post a shady story about them online. That's the ego side calling, wanting to be right, to win, to feel big in the moment. But let's look at the other side, the true costs. That shove or yell. It could land you in the principal's office, maybe suspended. Your parents get called, have to leave work early, lose money from their paycheck. That means no new kicks or cutting back on groceries, all because you lost it for a second. Or maybe you hurt that kid's feelings. They didn't mean to bump you, but now they're embarrassed in front of everyone. Your friends see you as the kid who overreacts, and suddenly, you're not getting invited to the group chat or the next hangout. And it gets worse. If you're 16 or older, a fight could mean criminal charges, fines, community service, even juvenile detention. In some states, getting expelled means no other public school will take you. Your parents might have to pay for a private school, stressing them out and draining their bank account. That one moment of anger? It's not just about you. It's a ripple effect hitting your family, your future, your peace. Think about it like this. When you're angry, you might feel like you're winning by letting it out. But are you ready to pay the price of losing what you value? Let's talk about who pays that price. When anger takes over, it's not just a you problem, it's a we problem. Your anger sends ripples that hit everyone around you. Let's look at some real examples. Let's start with friends and family. Picture this. You're mad and you snap at your best friend. Maybe you say something you can't take back. Or maybe you're always blowing up at your friends. They start pulling away and one day, you realize you're not getting invited anymore. That's the long game. That one moment could crack a friendship you've had since middle school. It could cost you trust, respect, and even future friendships. Or maybe you lash out at your parents, and now family dinners are awkward for weeks. Unchecked anger can burn bridges with the people who matter most. Costs can also include romantic relationships. If you're in a relationship, anger can chip away at trust. One big fight might not end things, but a pattern of blowing up could end up with you losing someone you love, which could push them to pull away. We talked about triggers in episode 4, and if you're not addressing those, you're setting yourself up for trouble. Those around you may find it hard to get close to you, costing you valuable time and relationship growth. Anger can also have a cost when it comes to our professional life. At work or school, losing your cool can cost you respect. Let's say you snap at your teacher because they called you out in class. You feel like you won by talking back. But later, that teacher might not write you a recommendation for that summer program or job you want. Or you may get benched on the team because of your outburst. It costs your team a good player when they need all hands to work as a team. Plus, you may become that person that can't be a team member because you made it all about you when you didn't think how it could affect the team. Yell at a coworker and suddenly you're that person who can't keep it together. You can't be trusted not to have an outburst in the team zone or in front of customers. That's a reputation that's hard to shake. Post yourself ranting about a job or teacher. Colleges and jobs can see it. Yep, your digital footprints forever. It could affect your professional appearance for future career opportunities. Most companies steer clear of this type of person so that it doesn't affect their own appearance to the community. You've seen this, right? Where a company has to fire someone because of their angry outburst caught on video and posted on social media. Yikes. Now let's get real. What does anger cost you? When you let anger run the show, it's like living in a storm you can't escape. You're in a constant state of chaos, and it messes with your head, your body, and your life. That mental cost is steep. Ever notice how anger makes it hard to think straight? You're replaying arguments in your head, stressing over what you said, or feeling guilty after. Your anxiety goes up. It's exhausting. You can even lose yourself. You might procrastinate on schoolwork or work projects because you're too caught up in that angry vibe. In episodes 5 and 6, we talked about how anger can cloud your judgment. When you begin to mess with relationships across the board, it can leave you feeling more angry, feeling more negative emotions, and feeling alone. Anger also has a physical cost. Anger doesn't just live in your head. It's physical. Your heart races, your head hurts, maybe you can't sleep. Over time, stress can mess with your health. Higher blood pressure, weaker immune system, you name it. It's like your body's paying a tax for every angry outburst. The cost of anger is a chaos cycle. When you're not in control, you might end up late all the time, forgetting important stuff, or even picking fights just to make others feel as bad as you do. That's the hurt people game we mentioned earlier. It's a cycle, and it's a losing one. You might even push people away on purpose, thinking, if I'm hurting, they should too. You got hurt, so you hurt others, and the cycle continues. But that just leaves you more alone. Another cost of anger is big trouble. Worst case? Unchecked anger can get you in serious trouble. Think road rage, physical fights, or saying something that crosses a legal line like threats. That's not just a consequence, that's a cost that could change your life. It could take your freedom away, and sometimes even your life. If the costs of anger are so steep, what causes some of us to pick the ego side? The easy answer is, it's biology. With some help from technology, culture, and personal upbringing. The prefrontal cortex, which governs impulse control, doesn't fully develop till our late 20s to early 30s. Meanwhile, the reward-seeking amygdala drives teens toward thrilling, status-boosting behaviors. It lights up when you win an argument or shut someone down. It's the same rush you get chasing clout with drip or a viral post. Unfortunately, with technology, the culture today has us hyped on winning. TV, music, social media, they make anger look like power. Anger offers a quick release, like the rush of buying something flashy. Controlling anger requires patience and self-reflection, which can feel less rewarding in the moment. Social media rewards savage vibes. Ever see a celeb clap back and get 1 million likes? That's why it feels like a high to let anger fly. Plus, as teens, your brain's still wiring up. Impulses hit harder than thinking about tomorrow. So, you might flex that ego to look cool, Just like you might drop cash on Jordans to flex status. Add that with certain upbringings, it's a clash of influences. Interesting to really think about, right? Alright, let's put it all on the table. Anger's like a scale, and you're the one deciding which side tips. On one side, you've got the temporary stuff, the ego boost of I told them off, the feeling of being right, or dodging those tough conversations about what you're really feeling. That quick win feels good for a minute, maybe an hour. But then what? On the other side, you've got everything that makes life worth living. Your friends who have your back, your family who loves you, the trust you've built with people who matter, your peace of mind, your future opportunities. Are you really willing to trade all that for a moment of anger? So, here's the big question, Life Skills crew. Are you willing to pay the cost of anger? That fleeting moment of, I'm right, or I got even, is it worth losing your best friend? Your partner's trust? Your own sense of control? Your future? Anger's normal. It's part of being human. But it doesn't have to run your life. You've got the power to choose. Control it, or pay the cost. In our next episode, we're going to get into healthy and unhealthy releases for anger. You don't have to let anger steal what matters most. Before we go, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you've lost because of anger? Or one thing you want to protect by getting it under control? Maybe it's a friendship, a job, or just your own peace. Let's start the convo. If this episode hit home, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. We're all in this together. Life Skills crew, you're stronger than your anger. Let's keep growing. See you in the next one.